So did Trump save Asia from nuclear war? Well, this question is being raised by many people. What really happened between the India-Pakistan conflict that Donald Trump had to intervene? Did India really strike Pakistan's nuclear weapons? Is that why the conflict suddenly stopped after 4 days? Was there a nuclear leak or radiation in Pakistan? So let's discuss this in simple words. What news is coming out about the India-Pakistan ceasefire, and why does the world need a thorough investigation into this matter? Well, as you are aware, due to the ugly terrorist attack on India, tensions between India and Pakistan are at a peak right now. However, both countries somehow agreed to a ceasefire. Now, from various media reports and expert views, it is becoming clear that the situation had reached a decisive moment where anything could have happened. It is confirmed that India struck Pakistan's Narcan base and the Kirana Hills, where Pakistan stores its nuclear arsenal. Reports indicate that the Indian strikes were so impactful that they caused damage to Pakistan's nuclear facilities, leading to a radiation leak. This is obviously terrible for the region, and Pakistan didn't want this news to spread publicly. They also knew that they could not continue this fight with India. Therefore, Pakistan's military general and prime minister called the U.S. and requested U.S. administration to talk with India and stop the conflict. They might have also pressured the U.S., suggesting that they would launch nuclear weapons because they had nothing left to lose. Or perhaps Pakistan specifically told the U.S. about the Narcan Airbase tragedy and the nuclear leak. In any case, J.D. Vance called the Indian Prime Minister Modi and informed him of the seriousness of the situation. It is also reported that India itself informed the U.S. administration about what their strikes had done in Pakistan, because the visuals clearly show the damage. Here you can see that the Narcan base and Kirana Hills were hit hard. So there were real concerns that something big had just happened and the U.S., India, and Pakistan might be hiding something. You can also infer this from the way President Trump announced the news. In one of his statements, he said, "Millions of innocent and good people may have died," which gives a potential hint that nuclear conflict was avoided. And coincidentally, just a day after ceasefire, we saw an Egyptian military cargo plane, EGY 1916, land in Pakistan. The location was unclear, but it is reported that the Egyptian government sent this plane to transfer boron to Pakistan. The U.S. National Nuclear Security Administration has also been reported to hover over Pakistani sites where India struck. Well, this is very concerning, especially since reports indicate that more than 2 earthquakes occurred in Pakistan over 3 days. While there are tectonic plates beneath Pakistan's surface, if this is just a coincidence, it's a very strange one. All these events are happening together. Now, I want to show you a post by U.S. Senior Defense Analyst Eric Grossman, who also claims that India targeted something big at Pakistan's Narcan airbase, and there could be a leak in their nuclear arsenal. And if this news is true, we can expect that large amounts of boron will be spread by the Pakistani government over areas where the nuclear radiation is coming from. This will most likely be detected by various countries' military satellites, as it will not be easy to hide such a disaster. So, this is very serious news, which needs global attention. Suddenly, the U.S. government, which had previously said it didn't care about the war, immediately stepped in the next day to stop the conflict. If there is indeed serious nuclear damage in Pakistan, it will eventually come to light. A lot of the population will need to be shifted from that area, and eventually, all things will become clear. Of course, Pakistan will try to cover it up, but that will become pointless. So that's it. Based on these developments, Donald Trump's confidence may boost even more, which was already surpassing everyone else's. In his interview, he claimed that he stopped the India-Pakistan conflict through trade blackmail. But the real mystery might be something else. Don't be surprised if Donald Trump and the Republicans start demanding the Nobel Peace Prize for him, as he stopped the India-Pakistan conflict, is trying to solve the Russia-Ukraine war, and is being portrayed as a president of peace and harmony. But this also raises a serious question. Can Pakistan be trusted with nuclear weapons? They don't seem to be in a position to maintain their nuclear arsenal. Their economy is collapsing. They're taking massive loans from the IMF and China, and now this rumor has sparked even deeper concerns. India has signed a no first use treaty, which ensures it will not resort to nuclear weapons first in a conflict. However, Pakistan has not signed any such treaty. Should the United States step in and address this issue, perhaps by initiating a broader denuclearization program? While this would be extremely difficult, the U.S. needs to consider a long-term strategy, because in the future, Pakistan could become a major challenge for all of Asia, especially for India, and eventually even for Israel. At last, thank you for watching the video. I hope you all have a wonderful day.